And Lance Bass is co-hosting all week long on Hollywood Today Live, but we couldn't let him go without turning the tables a little bit and making you the subject of our attention because we have so many questions, and I know you all on Facebook Live have a ton of questions too. So let's get to it.
Bring it. Let's do this.
Thursday.
Yes.
Throwback Thursday. Tell me your favorite memory about being in Nsync, being in one of the biggest boy bands in the world. I
mean, there's so many great memories and experiences we got to do as a group. But I think one of the biggest memories I have is performing at Super Bowl halftime, this halftime show, because it was with my favorite band, Aerosmith. So, I mean, yeah, it's great to do the halftime show, but I didn't even kind of comprehend that because all I could do was just stare at Aerosmith and go, oh my gosh, I'm sharing the stage with my favorite band and going back and forth. That will definitely be one of my favorite memories of my entire life.
That's a good memory. Besides your own hair, who do you think had the best hair in the thing? I just threw that one in there.
God gives you something, and he got me some hair. And sorry about the frosted tips thing in the 90s. Who has the best hair? Well, Joey always had fun with his hair. I liked, he would always change the color and everything. And then, of course, Justin, I think, gets a lot of the attention because his hair, would shave, curly, whatever it is. Now he straightens it.
He does?
He does. Well, yeah, it's naturally curly.
Stars? They're just
Did I just reveal that? Oh, my
gosh. With a ceramic flat iron?
Yeah, everyone, the ramen noodle hair. Yeah, it's curly hair.
Okay, I like that. Are you Uncle Lance to his son?
I'm Uncle Lance to a lot of people's sons. No, I mean, that's what's so great. Growing up with these guys, they're my brothers. We were family for life. We love each other. We hate each other. We have every emotion that comes out, with us. So now as everyone's having kids, it's so strange. But yeah, Uncle Lance is in full effect now.
You get a Christmas card mailed to you and you put on your fridge?
Of course, yes.
I love that. Will you bring the Justin Timberlake Christmas card?
Yeah,
just say it. Okay. We have some questions for you. You recently did My Kitchen Rules on Fox with your mom, who I met.
Yeah.
So nice.
She's the sweetest.
Sweet Southern lady from Mississippi. So sweet. Now I hear you guys have something else cooking in the kitchen.
You're doing very good. I like how you did that.
Yeah.
Something is cooking with our cooking skills.
Yeah.
So we just finished My Kitchen Rules on Fox, which was such a great experience with my mother, and I didn't think she would want to do this show with me at all. But I kind of forced her to, and she ended up loving it. Stressed her out, but she ended up loving it. But everyone really wanted to know our recipes, so we've partnered up with Chef.com, which is one of those meal kit delivery places which I live off of because I love cooking. And
that's how you stay so fit.
Well, exactly, sure.
Yeah.
But it teaches you how to cook, and so they've chosen a few of our recipes that we're sharing with everyone else, and you get your own at-home meal kit prepared by my mother and myself.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's almost like Lance Bass is cooking me dinner each night?
Pretty much.
Oh,
Pretty
a girl
much,
can dream.
yeah.
A girl. Okay, I have to, because sitting with you, I can't tell you how many times I had to save up for your concerts growing up in the late 90s, early 2000s, just revealed my age. I had to babysit to save up for those concerts. And back then, I think we were making $5 an hour. That was the going rate.
Oh, wow.
When you meet girls my age that tell you that, what does that mean to you still after all these years?
It's great because I feel like we all grew up together because, I was a kid also. I started with Nsync when I was 16 years old.
Your allowance was higher than mine.
Well, not for the first couple of years. I don't know if you know about the lawsuit we went through.
Law on the table.
We were in debt for a long time, but things thanks to babysitters like yourself, you helped us out. But yeah, I mean, I feel like we grew up together, and I see so many familiar faces that I saw when I was a teenager to now. Now they have kids, and now they're passing it forward to their children and showing them the videos. So we always have this kind of new fan base always being born because now our fans are mothers now, which is so crazy to think.
Your tunes are timeless.
I hope so. Yeah,
love that.
I think so. Yeah.
And besides music, you have a beautiful man, your husband Michael. You've been married for 3 years.
Almost, 2.5 now.
Are you going to go from Uncle Lance to Daddy Lance anytime soon?
That is definitely our hopes and dreams, for sure. I mean, I wanted to marry Michael because I knew he would be such an amazing father.
Oh, that's cool.
And we've definitely been discussing it, and hopefully this year we'll make that move.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. If you could cherry pick boy or girl, what would you pick?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I mean,
whatever's healthy, I know.
My husband is a boy-girl twin, so I think in a perfect world it would be incredible to have a boy-girl twin. So you can kind of get both out of the way, right? right at the
Okay,
beginning.
and you know, any names? Are you going to have the same syllable?
Yeah, I do. I have baby names I've been putting into my phone for 10 years because
really?
Oh yes.
When you think of them, you just put them in there?
I do, yeah. And they change often because I'm like, ooh, I really thought that? Ooh, no.
Okay, so then you delete them.
Yeah,
there you go.
Exactly.
But you do have some fur babies, and dogs and animals are important to you. You volunteer at Vanderpump Dogs.
That's right.
Which is Lisa Vanderpump from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, her organization.
Yeah.
So you get to, like, you have Lisa on speed dial?
I do. I was just at dinner with her last night, which is why I'm tired right now. Lisa would not let me leave dinner, so that's why I'm so tired today.
So, okay, I just have to ask you. Let's do a little thing called Lancing with the Stars.
I love it.
I just want to ask you 3 things. Who is the celebrity you're most likely to go to happy hour with?
Oh, my God, Lisa Vanderpump.
Okay, with some rosé?
Oh, yes, rosé all day.
Okay. Which celebrity are you most likely to confide in?
Jamie Lynn Sigler.
Sopranos.
Yes,
you can't.
yes. She's
Stitches get stitches.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Who are you most likely to babysit for?
Probably Jamie Lynn again or Joanna Garcia.
Oh, Joanna Garcia.
Yeah, because I'm the godfather to Joanna's baby.
And Swisher.
Nick Swisher.
Nick Swisher.
The Swish, yes.
Do you have an autographed baseball from him?
I don't, but I should get some.
Yeah, they don't have to pay you $5 an hour, but they should give you an autographed ball.
No, he gave me some great experiences. You know, I was living in New York when he was playing with the Yankees, and they won the World Series, and that's when Joanna and him met, and she was living with me at the time. So some of my best moments are with Nick and Joanna at Yankee Stadium.
Your life is so glamorous. Tell me one non-glamorous thing that you do that people would be surprised to hear.
I don't know. I mean...
Do you bargain shop?
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I'm the biggest Amazon shopper right now. It's become an addiction. I never go anywhere physically anymore. I just go on Amazon and order it. I'm like, we need toilet paper today. Okay, I'm going to do that. Oh, we
Amazon?
Oh, yeah, everything.
I love it. Could we take a fan question?
Yeah.
Let's do.
Would you ever do a reality show with your husband about your journey to have a baby?
Oh, would I ever do a reality show about my journey having a baby? I say, never say never, but I don't think so. We did a documentary on our wedding, which at first I was like, no way, because I know how those, end up, and it's never pretty. But we had such an amazing experience shooting that, and it was so beautiful at the end of the day. So if I was promised it would look like that, yes. But I don't know. That might be a little too personal.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Okay, we have a good one from Valerie. She wants to know, while touring with the band Nsync, what country had the most impact in your life and why?
I would say Germany.
Germany?
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that our record label is in Munich. When we first got signed, we were a German band because no one in America would sign us. So we spent a couple of years over in Germany, touring Germany, Austria, Switzerland. And again, I was 17 years old at the time. So I am just out of Mississippi. So I didn't know anything about the world. And so touring Germany with these 4 best friends of mine who have already lived such, life, I learned a lot. I grew up very fast. And that was definitely, in my formative years, it influenced me the most.
Can you cook German food?
I can cook some German food.
Oh,
yes.
yeah?
I do a good schnitzel.
Oh!
And pommes frites, of course.
Pommes frites and schnitzel. That's French fries.
Yeah, it is.
Ready? Another fan question. How did Chris Kirkpatrick tell the other Nsync guys the baby news?
He texted me, I think, right when you know how like you have to wait a little while before you tell people because you never know.
Yes.
But they couldn't keep it a secret to us. So, I mean, it was probably like 2 days after she found out she was pregnant.
Really?
His wife and him, told us, and we were so excited about it.
Who's the last member of Nsync that texted you?
We actually, all of them together.
You're on a group text?
Yeah, we're on a group text.
What is it called?
We haven't named it. It's been going on for so long that, it's just like years worth of group texting, and we probably group text each other at least once a week.
Really?
Oh yeah, for years.
Oh, I love this. Sorry, I'm fangirling out on that. I'm like, group text with everybody? Okay.
We're family.
We have a rapid fire for you, Lance.
Okay.
We want to get to know you better.
All right.
If there was an Nsync movie, who should play you?
Oh, I always say Ryan Reynolds. I love his humor, and I know that
I love Ryan Reynolds, but he doesn't have those baby blues.
Well, no, he can wear contacts, but I love he loves boy bands. He loves music. And in fact, I think he played me in an off-Broadway show where, you read the autobiographies of people, and I think he played me in the Nsync unofficial autobiography.
Okay, that's a good choice. Cheesecake or ice cream?
Cheesecake.
Okay.
Yes, I'm a golden girl like no other.
Orange is the New Black or Grace and Frankie?
Oh, that is hard. I'm going to say Orange is the New Black. I like darker things.
Oh, okay. That's right. You fall asleep
to murder.
to forensic files. That's true.
You have to watch the show.
You have to watch Hollywood Today Live to find out why. Saved by the Bell or Beverly Hills 90210?
Saved by the Bell, because I missed the 90210 era because I was always on tour. So Saved by the Bell was my jam.
Okay. Okay. Who's your favorite character on Saved by the Bell?
Kopalski.
Kelly Kopalski, of course. Yeah. Betty Davis or Betty White?
Betty White, although I didn't know anything about Betty Davis until Feud, which is airing right now, which is the best show on television besides Hollywood Today Live. And so now I really love Betty Davis just because of Susan Sarandon.
Oh, yeah. That's a good show. Pepsi or Coke?
Oh, I'm gonna get in trouble.
The $1 million question.
Well, since I host the American Music Award red carpet a lot for Coca-Cola, I'm gonna have to say Coca-Cola.
This man knows how to answer these rapid fires. Riri or Queen Bey?
Oh my gosh, this is where you get into a lot of trouble. But I will always be a Beyonce man. I feel like we grew up together because we started the exact same time, and I remember meeting those girls walking on the street in New York, and then we became very close at that point. So just watching her grow as an artist and as a woman has been a joy.
So you're part of the Beehive?
I'm part of the Beehive for sure. But I love me some Riri too.
Yeah, that girl Riri. Favorite character on That's Friends.
My favorite, I love Jennifer Aniston. She's definitely one of my original girl crushes. Crush. I guess I just want to be her best friend. Rachel. I'm a Rachel guy. Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's some rumors that you want to travel to space.
Oh yeah, well
they're doing that now. SpaceX.
They are, yeah, and I'm so glad that we're finally privatizing, space. I think that is definitely the future. A lot of people might not know, but I went to Russia and I trained as a cosmonaut, so I am a certified cosmonaut. And then a week before my launch, my mission got canceled. So I didn't get to go to space, but all my experiments and clothes are up on the ISS.
Really?
Yeah, they made it before me.
Okay, tell us what it takes to be a cosmonaut.
There's a lot of training, and all in Russian too, which is, so if you want to be an astronaut or cosmonaut, you obviously have to learn Russian. So all my classes were in Russian, which was really, hard. But every day from, 6 in the morning till about 7 at night, 7 days a week for 7 months, I was in class, and it was vigorous.
Wow.
And
sounds like it. Why did you want to do this?
Since I was a kid, I wanted to be an astronaut. My grandfather took me to my first launch when I was probably 8 years old. And I said, that's what I want to do. Really? And I remember watching the Mickey Mouse Club, and on Fridays, they had a career day, and they had a space engineer on there. And they said, if you want to ever be an astronaut, this is a great entry job into becoming an astronaut, space engineer. So since I was about 10 years old, I said, I want to be a space engineer. And that's what I was going for.
And which planet? Mars?
No, Mars. I don't want to go to Mars at all. I just want to go to the ISS, and do some really great experiments. And just, I love exploration. And I think it's important science is so key, it's crazy how half the world doesn't believe in science these days.
Right.
So, any way to inspire this younger generation to get into science, please do.
I love that. So you have to tell me what your favorite space movie is and the worst space movie.
Best and worst, Space Camp. Space Camp, the movie was so bad, but as a kid, you watched it and you dreamed of, oh my gosh, I could accidentally be sent to space, which could never happen in this world. But it really inspired me, and my imagination just went crazy watching.
Is Michael going to come with you?
No, he would never.
Scared?
Are you kidding me? He would never get on a rocket and go to space.
Is he nervous?
He's very nervous.
Okay,
not as nervous as my mother is, though. Yeah.
So listen, BSB is in the LV. Backstreet Boys are performing in Las Vegas.
I saw them.
Who's your favorite Backstreet Boy?
Oh my gosh! See, again, I can get in trouble.
No,
I love them all, but I have to say I'm closest with AJ.
McLean.
You know, he's become one of my best friends, and in fact, we're going over to see the new baby on Saturday.
You're gonna be at his house.
I will.
How fun! Could we ever expect Nsync to take over Las Vegas?
I mean, I think that is a dream of every artist from the Rat Pack days. Everyone really wants to take over Vegas, and thanks to Celine and Britney, they've brought it back.
That's right.
It would be incredible, but I don't think you'll ever get, all 5 of us to do a residency in Vegas. I think Justin's doing very well on his own touring, and so yeah, I think it'll be a very long. Maybe when we're 80,
Oh, I would see that.
Okay.
I would go. I would go for sure. Okay, any more fan questions? Let's do it. Oh, wait, I have one here.
Okay, what is it?
Okay, here we go. I know it's hard to pick your favorite, but what are your favorite Nsync songs? This is from Christina J on Twitter. And which album would you say was your favorite if you had to choose?
Well, the song is easy. It's a song called It Makes Me Ill. It was never a single release, but it was on No Strings Attached, I believe. And Candy Burris from Housewives of Atlanta wrote it. And it's just one of my favorite songs. And oddly, every guy's favorite song that likes Nsync, I'll be on the streets and guys will be like, oh, It Makes Me Ill is my favorite. So that's my favorite, Bye Bye Bye, of course. And then I think, I don't know, Celebrity might be my favorite album. It was the last album we did. And I love it because we had a little more time to make that album and we started writing a lot more for that. So that was more our voice.
Absolutely. I love that people still stop you on the street and talk about songs that have been around for, over 10 years?
Oh, more than that.
More than that.
I mean, it's been, next year will be our 20-year anniversary of our first album.
And look at how young you look. You look the same.
Aw, thanks.
And you're so recognizable.
A lot of things.
Where's the weirdest place someone's asked you to take a selfie?
The bathroom. Yeah. And they get upset with, I'll be at the urinal and a guy will be like, hey, can I take a selfie? I'm like, I'm peeing right now. They're like, oh, you're such an ass. Oh, I can't believe, and they get mad at me for not wanting to take a selfie at the urinal.
Come on, guys. Not in the bathroom.
No, please don't. No.
Please don't. Absolutely not. Okay, I have another fan one. Would you ever do another season of Dancing with the Stars? DWTS Babe asked that, so make sure.
Dancing with the Stars definitely changed my life in a very positive way. I had zero confidence before I did Dancing with the Stars.
What? You were in one of the most famous boy bands in the world.
I was told I was the worst dancer, so I just never had confidence in my dancing abilities at all. And so when I did Dancing with the Stars, I went on like a little hurt puppy. And then by the end of it, I just had all this confidence because I learned so much and I felt good doing it. So would I do another season? It depends on how busy I am that year because when you do it, you give up your life for a very long time. It's one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life.
But worth it.
But yeah, you feel like you're part of this amazing family afterwards.
I've seen you on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. You are friends with the family.
I am.
Do you think Kim and Kanye should have another baby?
I mean, why not? I mean, I did. That's how I met the family because Kim did my season of Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
And then Chris and I became really close after that. But yeah, I mean, Kim loves family. They know how to keep that family unit together. So, hey, bring on the kids.
If you could name the next Kardashian baby, we have Dream, we have North, we have Saint. We're sticking to these one-syllable names. Rain.
Oh, it has to be one syllable?
What would you pick?
Because I was going to go with Pookie, but...
Pookie Kardashian.
I mean, isn't that a great name? Pookie Kardashian.
I feel like that's the lost sister. Somewhere out there, Pookie Kardashian is...
Well, it sounds like she's like stripping in Vegas.
Yes,
Pookie Kardashian.
Pookie Kardashian. Pookie's a funny... What's your nickname?
I have a lot.
What does Michael call you?
He calls me Bubba. I don't know. Hey, Bubba.
Bubba.
In school, I was called Half Pint because I was really short. The guys, when I first started with Nsync, called me Scoop because I was the only one that knew what was going on during the day and would actually look at the schedule.
Scoop!
Yeah, and then Lanston lasted for about 2 months because my name doesn't fit in Nsync because it's the last letter of all our names except me. So they called me Lanston for a little bit, but that did not stick, thank goodness.
Lanston.
Yeah, Lanston. Mm-hmm. So it's Justin, Chris, Joey, Lanston, and JC. Nsync. Yeah, that's right. You didn't know that?
Our executive producer's brain just exploded. His mind is absolutely
and I'll blow it a little more. my end was actually Jason, the guy I replaced. What? There was a guy in Nsync before me? Yes,
What?
there was.
You told us that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to share that story
Yeah, it was
with
Joey's
us.
really good friend. They were just infancy putting, getting together.
A group of guys.
And Joey was like, oh, my friend will, be the bass singer. And then a couple of weeks later, the guy's like, I don't want to do this type of group. So that's when they called me. They're like, hey, you want to be our bass singer?
Do you think that guy is regretting it so much right now?
Who knows? I don't know what he's doing right now, but you know what? Maybe he has an amazing life.
Maybe.
I don't know, but...
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, but thank you, Jason. Thank you.
There is a Lance Bass street team on
Yes.
social media, and they ask, what was going through your head when you found out Nsync was selected for the Hollywood Walk of Fame, which is right outside our window, right here on Hollywood Boulevard.
Maybe we'll have one right outside, next to J-Lo.
Yes.
No, I mean, the Lance Bass Street team, shout out to them. They are so incredible. I have some of the best fans in the world. And it was really them, because, when you get nominated for these stars, it's your fans doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So they worked a long time to get us nominated for this star, and it happened, and hopefully, soon we'll be able to do that ceremony, and, just for the fans, because
we'll cover it.
them.
Of
You
course.
better believe it.
HTL will be there. I have
Just
to
reserve me a spot right here, because I want to see it every day on HTL.
You've been co-hosting all week. What is the biggest surprise behind the scenes at HTL?
Well, it wasn't so much of a surprise,
'Cause you've been
I've
on
been
before.
a guest
This is
before,
true.
but I'm telling you, this crew is so incredible at HTL. It just makes you happy to come into work. And, it just gives you life to watch this show. I've done all the morning and afternoon shows, and there's something about this show that is just more fun. And I've never laughed so much doing this show.
Aww, and genuine laughing. I
Genuine
like that.
laughing.
One last fan question before we go. Do we have one on the Facebook Live comments?
Favorite Disney movie?
Oh.
Favorite Disney movie?
My husband and I just had this discussion, and I can't figure out exactly what my favorite Disney movie is, but I can list like a few.
Okay.
Beauty and the Beast, the original cartoon.
The original.
And I can't wait to see the live version because I hear it's magical. Aladdin. And I love All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Me too, Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie.
Me too.
That's probably why I love dogs so much, is because of that movie.
Well, I can't believe from hanging up on my wall to sitting with me right here on Hollywood Today Live. This is a 90s girl's dream. Thank you so much for sitting with us.
Of course.
Follow Lance Bass on Instagram,
Yes.
Twitter, Facebook. You'll be back tomorrow on Hollywood Today
indeed.
Live. And thanks